rings on it. Well, in these two communities, that actually rings true tomorrow. We'll explain. The two heavyweights battling for Pennsylvania's Senate seat can finally hang up their gloves. We'll hear from Bob Casey and Dave McCormick on Election Eve. And we're back at the scene of that brush fire that's been burning on the mountain for several days now. It's all coming up here on Newswatch 16 at 7.
Newswatch 16 is sponsored by your local Ford stores. Hurry in today for the best offers. Or check out Ford's full lineup at buyfordnow.com today. From WNEP, the news station. This is Newswatch 16 at 7.
Good evening, I'm Scott Schaefer. Election Day is tomorrow, and residents in one Clinton County community will be voting on more than just the presidential race. Newswatch 16's Mackenzie Ocker explains how one referendum will decide the future of two small communities.
A letter is posted on the door of the Noyes Township Municipal Building near Renovo. On Tuesday, voters will say yes or no to merging East Keating Township with Noyes Township.
Township supervisors at this time, they want to be out at East Keating. It'll still be called East Keating. It just won't be called East Keating Township. It'll be called Noyes Township. So, but the name of the community will stay the same.
There are only about 7 residents in East Keating Township, most of whom work for the township. Recently, it's becoming too much for the current East Keating Township supervisors and employees to take care of the township.
The two supervisors are here, been working since they were teenagers here. And they're 175, and the other supervisors, he works a full-time job. They don't have time to do it. So that's why we decided we would, try to take it over.
Noyes Township Supervisor James Tarantella says most of the East Keating Township residents he's spoken with say they're in favor of merging the two townships.
We had a meeting with both Noyes Township and East Keating, and it seemed like everybody was favorable for it. There were some questions. They have no debt. They have money, so it's not like we're taking on any debt from them. They have equipment for us to use that will take over.
If the majority of both East Keating Township and Noyes Township vote yes for the referendum, the merger will take effect January 1st, 2025.
But it's all a process that's done right now with the state and with the both solicitors, so they're ready to switch it over once we have the voting.
Polls open at 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Mackenzie Ocker, Newswatch 16, Clinton County.
Extra security measures are being implemented in Luzerne County to ensure the safety of county employees on Election Day. Instead of reporting to Penn Place along North Pennsylvania Avenue in Wilkes-Barre, which houses the county election office, many employees will be relocating to other buildings. That follows recommendations from Homeland Security. The decision comes after threats were made against the county.
Security here, as there is every day, it'll be ramped up. Poll workers received panic button software.
Voters will still be able to drop off their mail-in ballots at Penn Place in Wilkes-Barre between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. tomorrow. The top two presidential candidates are campaigning across Pennsylvania this election eve. Vice President Kamala Harris made a stop in Scranton earlier today. She then traveled to Allentown, Reading, and Pittsburgh before she plans to conclude the evening in Philadelphia with a star-studded rally on the Ben Franklin Parkway. Former President Donald Trump held a rally in Reading this afternoon. Prior to that, he campaigned in Raleigh, North Carolina, then traveled to Pittsburgh for one final push in the Keystone State. Trump is scheduled to have his final campaign event for 2024 tonight in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Pennsylvania is also home to one of the biggest Senate races in the country and one of the most expensive. The contest for Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate seat has been contentious, with the candidates lobbing plenty of criticisms and advertisements. Marshall Keeley talked with both candidates to get their final message to voters.
Republican Senate nominee Dave McCormick and Pennsylvania U.S. Senator Bob Casey have not held back during their Senate campaigns. We're hearing from each of them one final time before Election Day. As millions of Americans struggle to make ends meet, addressing inflation remains top of mind for both candidates.
We got to have a pro-growth economy that is able to pay down the debt and also is based on reducing regulations, which are standing in the way of business growth. And then we got to unlock energy.
We've got to put pressure on companies so that when they go into their boardroom and say, let's jack up the price of, cereal or Coca-Cola or toilet paper, let's just jack it up well beyond their costs, that they think twice about it.
Though the two stand on opposite sides of the political spectrum, there are some overlaps in the way they intend to relieve the burden on American families.
I'd probably triple the child tax credit. I'd put a daycare tax exemption for probably up to $10,000. I'd have a tax exemption for fertility treatment, IVF.
Give them a real middle-class tax cut, not $500, but a couple $1,000 at least, and provide a generous child tax credit so people have resources in their pocket.
Both love talking taxes, but have different views on how our money should be used.
When I voted for the American Rescue legislation, I knew that cities like Lancaster, but even small rural towns or townships and boroughs needed money.
You know, Democrats and Republicans alike have been spending too much money for 20 years, but it's been like a hockey stick under Biden, Harris, and I say Casey because Casey voted 100% for all those spending bills.
Each candidate intends to address the situation at the U.S. southern border with Mexico, both speaking on the flow of illicit drugs and migrants.
My opponent talks all the time about border security and stopping fentanyl, and then you say to them, why didn't you support the bill?
The Langford bill was not a border security bill. It was an expediting of amnesty bill.
Both believe they're the man for the job.
I'm going to be on the side of folks that are going to work every day and trying to make ends meet. He's going to be a candidate who's already told people his plan is to go to the Senate and vote for the big tax cuts for corporations and billionaires.
This guy is out of touch with Pennsylvania. We need change, and if I'm honored and fortunate enough to be elected, I'll be the person that brings change to Pennsylvania and to Washington, and Bob Casey's not done that.
Marshall Keeley reporting for Newswatch 16.
Election day is tomorrow. If you need to check your polling place or find your voter status, all you have to do is text the word vote to the number on your screen, 570-826-1616. Our election night coverage begins at 7 tomorrow on WNEP2 and WNEP Plus. You can watch on your smart TV, your Roku, Fire TV, the free WNEP app, or on WNEP.com. Once the polls close, I'll be joined by Lisa Washington, Stacey Lang, and our political analysts, Corey O'Brien and Chris Hunsinger, for more election coverage, 8 p.m. on WNEP2. That will be streaming on WNEP Plus. The dry weather is taking a toll on Blue Mountain. Coming up on Newswatch 16 at 7, we'll head back to the scene of the big brush fire and show you what crews are doing tonight to contain it. Plus, move over Gatorade. There's a new favorite on NFL sidelines, and we think you'll be pretty surprised by what it is.
Time to do something a little different with your financial life? In the game of life, you need a financial partner that gets that everyone is unique. At Service First, we take pride in being anything but typical and helping our 40,500 plus members achieve their financial goals. Now through November 30th, 2024, become a Service First member and be entered to win one of two $2,500 cash prizes. At Service First, we're a little different. We're friends you can bank on. Join today. Let's win this game together. Time to do something a little different with your financial life? In the game of life, you need a financial partner that gets that everyone is unique. At Service First, we take pride in being anything but typical and helping our 40,500 plus members achieve their financial goals. Now through November 30th, 2024, become a Service First member and be entered to win one of two $2,500 cash prizes. At Service First, we're a little different. We're friends you can bank on. Join today. Let's win this game together.
Medicare Advantage helps me do my job better because it makes me feel comfortable that these patients are able to afford the medications that I'm discussing with them. And if I recommend they need to get their vision done this year or their dental, they will be able to do that. Medicare Advantage helps me take care of my patients like I would want somebody to take care of my family, my mom, my dad, and me someday.
Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires, taxing the streets to fund the elites. Candidate B knows the struggle, offering real support. Tax credits for working and middle-class families. $25,000 for your first home. $6,000 for families with newborn. Nearly doubling the child tax credit. One's trying to empty your pockets. The other wants you to get ahead.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Do you have a great photo or video you want to share with us? Just use the WNEP app and go to Near Me, where you can share with us, upload your picture, tell us a little bit about it, hit submit, and you're done. Check out Near Me, and your photo could be on TV.
See Newswatch 16's election night coverage on WNEP Plus. Get live national and local results, reports, and analysis with Scott Schaefer and Lisa Washington. Streaming live on WNEP Plus, Tuesday starting at 7.
Crews from the DCNR are now helping to fight that massive wildfire in Northampton County. The large brush fire on Blue Mountain near Palmerton has been burning since Saturday afternoon. So far, more than 200 acres have been scorched. 20% of the fire is contained. Crews from DCNR are using helicopters to help douse the flames and utilizing back burns to keep the fire from spreading.
Now the fire is on top of the mountain and hasn't gone down the other side, and we hope to keep it there.
Still investigating how the wildfire started here on Blue Mountain. Obviously, fire crews on Blue Mountain would welcome some rain. Chief Meteorologist Kurt Aaron joins us next with your Storm Tracker 16 forecast here at 7.
An electrifying live event experience is back. Nitro Circus. Unbelievable tricks. Unstoppable energy that will blow your mind.
People always said that Nitro Circus couldn't work as a live show, but with this much passion, it was always going to work.
Excitement for the entire family. November 19th at Mohegan Arena at Casey Plaza. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the NBT Bank box office.
Environmental stewardship really is a priority for the industry. We are installing the largest solar generation behind-the-meter facility in the United States. This solar farm will be providing 45 megawatts of power to the refinery. That's about a third of our energy usage. Refiners can definitely be part of a sustainable future. We just have to continue really rising to the challenge and finding ways like this to be part of a future that we can all be proud of.
Every day my patients do tell me how much they love Medicare Advantage. They love that they get more benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and rides to appointments. They tell me they pay less out of pocket for everyday expenses like their prescriptions, over-the-counter medications, doctor's visits. With Medicare Advantage, they get more for less. And I found it's made a really big impact.
Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires, taxing the streets to fund the elites. Candidate B knows the struggle, offering real support. Tax credits for working and middle-class families. $25,000 for your first home. $6,000 for families with newborn. Nearly doubling the child tax credit. One's trying to empty your pockets. The other wants you to get ahead.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
See Newswatch 16's election night coverage on WNEP Plus. Get live national and local results, reports, and analysis with Scott Schaefer and Lisa Washington. Streaming live on WNEP Plus, Tuesday starting at 7. Catch the fun of Friday Night Football in one place. The Super 16 Sports Final. Fridays at 11 on WNEP. Sponsored by the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, and Wise Markets.
Many of us are heading out to vote tomorrow. Kurt, how's the weather shaping up for that?
Couldn't ask for better election weather here. Bottom line, it's going to be absolutely splendid, Scott. Mid to low 70s, upper 60s, some of the outlying areas. Mix of sun and clouds. Just gorgeous. No rain, no strong winds, nothing. I mean, it's going to be excellent weather to go out and vote. So good evening to you. Hopefully you're heading out to the polls tomorrow, or maybe you've already voted. If you're going to run any errands tomorrow at all, the weather will cooperate. Let's talk about highs today, because over the weekend and today felt like fall. This is a few degrees above our average, but pretty close to spot on where we should be this time of the year. If we look at our official almanac, average high now is 56. We got to 60. 78 is the record, and no rain. Look at this, year to date, departure from normal. See the 0.28 on the right-hand side there? We're just over a quarter inch above average for the year. That's for the year, right here. We were at 1.67 inches above average. You go all the way back to early spring, so yeah, things have really changed for us. All right, this is what it looks like right now. Where is the rain? We could use some shower activity to our north, shower activity to our west, and it's all part of a front that's going to be moving in our direction. Out ahead of the front, you get this surge of warmer air. That's why Dayton, Ohio, right now, current temperature 716 at night is in the low 70s. That's that southwest flow. We had a similar scenario last week, remember? Then the front comes through, temperatures went back to fall levels as we had last weekend. Well, here's the cooler temperatures behind the front. Bismarck right now, 31. International Falls, 45. And look at these current temperatures. Erie got into the 70s. Franklin got into the upper 60s. Pittsburgh got into the 70s. And that's what's heading in our direction for tomorrow and for Wednesday. Here's a view downtown Holly. Good evening to you. Traffic moving along smoothly. Not a lot of traffic either. Nice night heading out. Here's future clouds and radar. And again, we don't see anything happening for us tonight as far as shower activity. There's our wind speeds, less than 10 miles an hour. We did have a few spots in the 20s for peak wind gusts. Wellsboro there at 32. Those winds coming down tonight, and then as we get into tomorrow, we'll have light winds, maybe around 10 miles an hour, but that's it. View of downtown Wilkes-Barre looking good there, 54. That's our current temperature now, and winds are under 5 miles an hour. A lot of 40s popping up on the board now. You can see Stroudsburg, Pleasant Mount, Honesdale all joining the 40 club. Lopez there at 46. Our temperature trend, we're not going to see a lot of variation overnight tonight. As a matter of fact, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 40s, lower 50s. And many spots, that's where we are right now, especially over eastern Pennsylvania. You can see upper 40s close to 50. Then you come out here and we even see some 30s. That's because we'll clear out more here. Color contours in the blue indicating this is where we'll see those temperatures dropping a little lower than what we see over eastern Pennsylvania, but that's it. And then as we head through the day tomorrow, looks like a very nice day with a mix of sun and clouds. If you're going to be doing any voting, we'll be in the low 50s at 8 o'clock, mid 60s by noon. 4 p.m. to 5 o'clock, low 70s, and we're looking at 65 by 7 o'clock. If you're going to take the dog for a walk like Honey Bun here, thank you, Crystal. You got a beautiful dog. Should be a beautiful day, not only to go vote, but take a walk as well. And look at these temperatures tomorrow. Even in the northern tier, some spots are going to be in the mid 70s. 73 in Lime Ridge. Higher elevations of the Poconos, Hazleton, Paulpack, you're near 70, and we'll be in the low 70s. Weisport, Williamsport, low 70s, so is Shamokin Dam. So where do we stand as far as records? Scranton, the record high 76, we're forecasting 74. Williamsport, record high 77, forecasting 72. And Mount Pocono, your record high 69, we're forecasting 70 there. So we'll see. We're going to be on record watch again tomorrow. Now, as far as that front coming through on Wednesday, there it is. And there's hardly anything to this, so maybe a few sprinkles around. That's about it. We could use that rain, as we mentioned before. We're only down to about a quarter inch above average for the year as far as rain, and we are in a D1 moderate drought here, all the counties in brown, but we're still extremely dry in the north too, even though it's not officially a D1. Just to our south, D2, severe drought, and that's where they have those brush fires in the Lehigh Valley. So, all right, extended forecast, not much rain in the immediate future. Wednesday looks like sprinkles mainly. And then dry weather Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have another front coming in. That's a warm front. That'll bring us some showers, maybe a few downpours, we're hoping. And then after that, it looks like temperatures remain above average, Scott. So this has been a very pleasant fall for those of you that like the above average temperatures.
Like nothing I can remember.
Yeah, this is exceptional.
Kurt, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Well, it is a lunch favorite among the kids. Now we're learning some NFL teams love them too. The snack that is now a staple on the sidelines. That's coming up next at 7.
An electrifying live event experience is back. Nitro Circus. Unbelievable tricks. Unstoppable energy that will blow your mind.
People always said that Nitro Circus couldn't work as a live show, but with this much passion, it was always going to work.
Excitement for the entire family. November 19th at Mohegan Arena at Casey Plaza. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the NBT Bank box office.
Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires, taxing the streets to fund the elites. Candidate B knows the struggle, offering real support. Tax credits for working and middle-class families. $25,000 for your first home. $6,000 for families with newborn. Nearly doubling the child tax credit. One's trying to empty your pockets. The other wants you to get ahead.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad. Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires. Candidate B knows the struggle. Tax credits for working and middle-class families.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
See Newswatch 16's election night coverage on WNEP+. Get live national and local results, reports, and analysis with Scott Schaefer and Lisa Washington. Streaming live on WNEP+. Tuesday starting at 7.
Do you have a great photo or video you want to share with us? Just use the WNEP app and go to Near Me, where you can share with us, upload your picture, tell us a little bit about it, hit submit, and you're done. Check out Near Me, and your photo could be on TV.
The NFL may be played by grown men. However, a new report shows the players like to channel their inner child when it comes to snack time. According to The Athletic, NFL teams are obsessed with Uncrustables. 24 of the 32 NFL teams kept track of how many of the pre-made PB&J sandwiches they ate. The team that consumed the most? The Denver Broncos. 700 Uncrustables per week. Yum. A reminder about election night when Newswatch 16 at 7 comes right back.
Elmo, Abby, and Cookie Monster are joining their furry friends from Sesame Street in your neighborhood in Sesame Street Live. Say hello. They're inviting you to sing, dance, and play along. November 20th, Mohegan Arena at Casey Plaza. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The brand new musical celebration. Sesame Street Live. Say hello. See you on Sesame Street.
Hey, thanks for driving. Of course. How's your car? Oh, NJM is taking care of it. They really went out of their way to help me. An insurance company that treats you right?
Seems like a myth, doesn't it? Apologies for eavesdropping, but NJM is magical. They put their policyholders first.
Are you?
Their mascot? Oh, heavens no. Simply a fan of legendary service.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires. Candidate B knows the struggle. Tax credits for working and middle-class families.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
Listen up. This election's about your wallet. Candidate A is a billionaire looking out for billionaires. Taxing the streets to fund the elites. Candidate B knows the struggle, offering real support. Tax credits for working and middle-class families. $25,000 for your first home. $6,000 for families with newborn. Nearly doubling the child tax credit. One's trying to empty your pockets. The other wants you to get ahead.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
See Newswatch 16's election night coverage on WNEP+. Get live national and local results, reports, and analysis with Scott Schaefer and Lisa Washington. Streaming live on WNEP+, Tuesday starting at 7.
Weather impacts everyone, especially if you're in your backyard. That's why we're giving you a chance to plan ahead.
With Storm Tracker 16's weather impact days, we give you a heads up before the weather moves in.
Everything from dense fog to a full-blown tornado. We'll tell you what's coming, when it's going to get here, and what you can do to prepare. Storms are rolling into the region today, and that's why we're issuing a weather impact alert day. Storm Tracker 16 weather impact. Just one more way. We're proud to serve.
In case you haven't heard, Election Day is tomorrow. Polls open at 7, close at 8. Of course, we'll have special election coverage beginning at 7 p.m. tomorrow on WNEP2 and WNEP+. Watch on your smart TV, Roku, Fire TV, the free WNEP app, or on WNEP.com. The polls close at 8. But at that hour, I'll be joined by Lisa, Stacy, and our political analysts, Corey and Chris, for more election coverage on WNEP2 and streaming on WNEP+. That does it for 7. We'll see you at 10 and 11.
Welcome to our special election edition of